So today I'm going to show you how to build your very first AI workflow automation. And here is exactly what it's going to do. I'm going to send it a simple text like, please draft me a list of the three most impactful AI tools of 2026 so far, analyze them into a PowerPoint presentation, and then send that deck to this email with a link to each of the sources used. I'm going to send that off. Today, we're going to build an agent that can do this. So right now, all we're going to do is wait, and we're going to check my email to see once it's sent. As you can see, it says here, I have made a PowerPoint presentation, sent it to this email, ChatGPT, Winston, Notion AI. The presentation is here. Now it says it sent it to my email. So if I check my email, okay, dear sir or madam, please find the attached presentation. Now if I open it, most impactful AI tools of 2026, and it's made a full presentation for us. So today I'm going to show you how exactly you build an agent that can do exactly stuff like this at your instruction. And the best part is you don't have to know any coding. We're not going to write a single line of code. We're going to build it all in N8N, which means that you won't write any code whatsoever because N8N is a drag and drop tool where it's fully no code. Okay, so this is how we're going to start off by simply just going to n8n.io. You can sign in, get started, and make an account over here. You do get a free 14-day trial when you sign up for the paid version, and after that, you have to stop paying. But the free trial is more than enough for you to get started with your first AI agent. Okay, so once you have an account, you should be able to get into your instance, right? Which is where you'll be able to find all your workflows. So for me, that's this page over here. And all you're gonna do is click on Create Workflow. Okay, so here's where we actually build out your very first AI agent. Now, as you saw in the intro, we wanted to be able to send us an email with the entire thing already created and done, right? So we have a couple of conditions that we want to think about when we build this thing. And it's very easy, it's not that hard to do at all. All we have to do is think about where we want to have the inputs and where we want to have the outputs. So if I, for example, I click on this and I can have a note here, I can just simply go here and say inputs, and I'm gonna have a chat in my browser so I can always talk to my agent, right? So I can always converse with it. Now, as you get further and further and more advanced, we'll be able to connect WhatsApp and Telegram and all the other things. For now, let's just say that's the input. Okay, then we can define the agent's behavior, which is going to consist of, firstly, research. Then we have like PowerPoint or PDF creation. Then we have returning the result. Okay, so that's what we need from the agent of the behavior of the AI agent itself, like the working part, the part that will do the stuff. And lastly, we have the outputs. So where do we want it to put everything after it's done? We're gonna call it just at email, so it can send us an email. Okay, perfect. So let's get started right away, and we start with the inputs. So if we want it to be a chat in the browser, what you want to do is press on the plus icon here. You close the focus panel. Press the plus icon here, or you can press tab, all right? And search for chat. Okay, and look for triggers on new chat event. So this is when a chat message gets received. This is when a chat message gets received, it will trigger the AI agent to start. Okay, now here you'll connect up an AI agent. Okay, now you'll see that you have this connected chat trigger node, which is perfectly fine because it's connected to this. If it's not connected and you see like this and you see this no input connected, all you want to do is drag this, put it in there, and now you should see that we have it. It says no input data, but it doesn't say not connected. So As long as it's not saying not connected, you're okay. All right. Next, the chat model. All right. So for the chat model, you just click on this plus here. And if you made a new account, then you press OpenAI. You should see that you have something called N8N free OpenAI API credits, which you can use. Mine are obviously expired by now, but if you're just starting off, you can use these. Otherwise, you will need to add some money into your OpenAI account and get API key. And I'll show you how to do that right now. Platform.openai.com. You'll end up here. We can just search for API keys, okay? Now, I have a lot of API keys. I'm going to show you how to get your first API key, which is a free one that you get from OpenAI. So you go to API keys and you will get your test key when you make an account. Okay, you'll get a test key when you make an account. And then you get like I think $5 of free credits to just test everything out. When you want to reimburse that, you go to billing and you go to add credit balance and you can pick how much you want to add. So get this, then go to API keys and then press create new secret key. I'll call this YouTube id _0606 default project, create new secret key. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this key. I'm going to go back to NNN. I'm going to press create new credential. I'm going to paste in the API key. This was called YouTube 0606. You don't have to do this. This is just so I know which key is what, right? And I don't want to mix them up. Save. Awesome. If you have no money, this will not work. Okay, so now we're gonna have to give the agent some memory so it's able to remember certain things. And you can press on that plus and press on simple memory there. You'll see the session ID is the connected chat trigger node. That's okay. And the context window length is basically how much past interactions do you want it to be able to remember. So our case 5 is okay, but we can go with 10 just to give it a little bit more space to work with. All right. Now, for this agent, we need to give it a certain prompt. Okay. So you can go to add option and then click on system message. Now, system message, what we want to tell it is basically, what is this agent for? Who is it? What are they going to do? What connection does it have to other things that it's going to have to interact with? So in our case, we could call it it's a executive assistant. It can research topics, it can create professional presentations, and it can send emails with attachments. So for example, I'll make this full screen here, and I'll say you are an AI executive assistant. Right? You can research topics on the web using your research tool, create professional presentation decks using your deck building tool, and send emails with attachments using your email tool. When given a complex request, break it into discrete steps and execute them in order. Always confirm what you've done after completing all steps. Be thorough in research and cite sources with URLs. All right, so that is the system prompt for the AI agent. Okay, but now you notice how we've told it has access to these 3 tools, but those tools are not there right now, which means we need to create those tools, right? We need to give it access to the tools that we've said it has access to. So I'll move these 2 just up here, and now we can go ahead and give it the tools that it needs access to. So the first tool is a web research tool. So we'll press on the plus here, and you want to just search for Tavly. All right, you can pick Tavly, and I'm going to show you how to set up a Tavly account right now, but we'll have that as your first tool. So open this, just search up tavly.com. Right, log in, sign up. When you sign up, you will be able to create an API key. So I'll just do continue with Google. I'll pick this account. So you see I have this API key here. You can generate one. Now the good thing is you get like 1,000 searches a month, I think. Yeah, I have 1,000 credits, and these get refilled every month, so you can do this entirely for free. Click on this plus to get a new API key. Like I'll press this plus and I'll call it executive dash assistant YouTube. Okay. Create. It's there. I'll copy it. I'll go here, click on this thing, press create new credential, paste in that key. It was called executive assistant dash YouTube. Press on save. Now you're good to go. Now query, you're gonna press on this. Let the AI model decide what the query is supposed to be. Okay? And I think what we want to do though is probably figure out we could have a start date and have the model define that. We could have a search depth and like let's set that to advanced. All right. If we see that basic provides this, advanced tailored to retrieve the most relevant resources, yeah. Okay. That's fine. All right. So that's going to be its search tool. We told it that it has access to the research tool. So what we'll have to do is rename this to research underscore tool. Go back here and put the underscore there so it knows that this is what it's supposed to call. Okay, now we'll click on add a description, and here is just where we want to tell the agent what exactly the research tool will do, right? So when you tell it that this is the tool you use when you want to like search the net, okay? So if I go to description, I can paste in here. I'll say use this tool to search. Yeah, you must input a research query. We also said that we gave that search query the ability to change the start date. So if we go back here, you see there's a start date. So if you look at this, I'll say, I'll copy that. Oh, did I copy it? Did I get it? Copy this. I'll come here. Sorry. In the tool description here, you must input a research query and a start date written in the format of this. Okay. Output a structured summary with key findings, paper titles, authors, and URLs. And what I'll say here is remember that the number of URLs generated must match the user's specification if specified. Okay, so that's the research tool. And we gave it another tool, which was to build presentations. All right, so now we need to give it another tool, which is the deck building tool. Okay, so I'm gonna just call this deck underscore building underscore tool. And now we can drag this out here and we'll do call N8N workflow. All right. And what we'll do is we'll need to give this a description here. Right, so we'll just come here, we'll say create a professional PowerPoint, Google Slides presentation structure, input topic, slide content as JSON, and output a download URL to the deck. Okay, and what we called it here, which was a deck building tool. So copy that, go here, rename it to this, and I'll show you how we actually build out that part. So this is a very useful thing to know how to build. So if you click on this plus here, click workflow, and then just choose personal, right click and click open in new tab. We're gonna generate the deck building flow. So I'll copy this, I'll go here, I'll rename it to deck building tool. Actually, we can leave it as that. It's fine. press on the add first step, and you're looking at when executed by another workflow. Okay, and then we're going to use define using fields below. So we'll add a field, and if we look at what we had told it to pass this agent was a topic and then slide content. Okay, so I think a better way to do this would probably be if we just said topic and content. Okay, and then we'll go here, and here we have topic, and here we have another field called content. Okay, now open up Google Slides. You can see you have a template gallery with a bunch of, templates. So I don't know, you can pick any of these that you like. For example, if we took, let's find a nicer one. Okay, so let's look at this one for example. This is a great example of a nice slide deck which looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to change out this text so that the agent can automatically come in and replace the text. Okay, so what I would do is I would change this and I would put my name. So I'll say this would be by Aris Sarjan. Prompt engineering specialist, and you can pick whatever subdomain you're in or whatever you're making the PDF for. So, for example, most of the PDFs I make are about, I'll say, new AI productivity tools, or what do we call it? We'd call it AI Productivity Digest. Okay, we'll call it the AI Productivity Digest. Now here, I'm going to rename this to title underscore slide. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to change the name again to Aris Sarjan. You have to just do this for whatever your template is, but you only have to do it once. You'll never have to do it again after this. And I'll go still with the AI Productivity Digest. I think that's okay to have over here. So here I'll put this is technically slide one. So I'd just say slide one. You can write whatever you want here. You could write anything you want, honestly, because it doesn't really matter what you call it here. Title. And here I'd say I'll go with slide one underscore body. Okay? And you go through and do it for all of those. All right, so I just finished doing it for all of them. As you can see, I have title slide. Here I have slide one title, slide one body, slide two title, slide two, going all the way until here, except for the other stuff which I've kept about actually my real business. So Espresso AI is an AI automation agency. Okay, so you have this. What you need to do is click on File and look for uh where is it? Email, download, share. Yeah, so look for add shortcut to Drive. Okay. And well, it doesn't really, I don't know where you want to put it, but like all locations, I'm gonna just put it in my drive and I'm gonna add that shortcut location. Okay, perfect. So now when you open your drive, like when I open my drive, when I click on my drive here, I have it saved here as the template. So this is what we're gonna use to replace all of the text, okay? But you don't wanna do it in this one. So where we'll do it is have the agent do it for us. So here you'll go again and get another OpenAI node. Do sorry, don't do messenger model. What you want to do is click LLM and do the basic LLM chain. And what you're gonna do here is do required specific output format. And then we're gonna have add prompt for the system prompt. Okay, now here you look, if you search slides, you go to Google Slides and you get create a presentation, get, and you have the last one here, which is replace text in a presentation. So click that. Now go here, sorry, go to your drive where you had this one, click on this, and then click on make a copy. All right, let it create a copy. And now you see it says copy of LinkedIn Carousel 1. Click on that, and you want to grab the ID. Okay, so the ID is this, in between this slash and this slash. So copy the ID and paste it there. Okay, now currently we have no text to actually replace, right? But we will have eventually. So the way it works is this is the copy. Where's the copy? Did I just open the copy? Okay. Anyways, this is the copy here, right? This is the copy, and all you want to do is see how it has title slide. So copy this, come here, see where it says search for. Make sure you click on fixed. Okay, then add text, and then the next one is slide one body. Search for that, go fixed. So you're gonna have to do that for all of them, right? For all of the things in here. Okay? And so what we're gonna tell this LLM chain is that you will be given a topic and content. You must take that and format it into the following JSON structure. Okay, now I'll go to expression so I can make the JSON structure. So I went ahead and I wrote a better prompt for this, and this is all in the description. If you want to copy exactly what I've written here, it's all going to be down there. But you're going to tell it you're a LinkedIn carousel designer for a prompt engineer trying to showcase his expertise. So here you'll replace with you and what it is that you do, whatever it is. But we'll just say that you're a carousel designer. You will receive content. Okay, you will receive a topic and content. Never make explicit reference to the content. Okay. As the audience has not seen that. Okay, so you see how this exactly matches what we did here. So title slide is what we had. Title slide. Slide one body all the way until slide CTA. Slide CTA. All right, that's the system message. All right, then we're gonna have the user message. All right, the user message where we're gonna actually give it the topic and the content. Okay, like that. So those are gonna come from the AI agent. Those are going to come from here. So the next thing we do now, because we turned on require specific output format, means that we need to give it a output parser. The output parser will just force it to output content that matches the JSON that we need. So press on the plus and go to structured output parser, and we'll do generate from schema, and paste in this schema, which is already in the description. You don't have to really read or understand. This is the good thing about how good AI is today. You don't really need to learn this kind of stuff. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Just paste this in from the description. Okay? And then, so for the replace this, whatever it outputs as title slide is exactly what we will replace title slide with. So you see, it will get replaced with the actual content. That's what's going to happen. Now we need to give it a model, so you can, pick whatever model you want. We're just going to go with another OpenAI chat model. You can use 4 mini or 5, whatever. I'll just go with GPT-5. GPT-5. Okay. And then here for add option, you just want to turn on for output format. Where is output format? Response format. There it is. Do JSON object. Okay. So just make sure you set it to have its response in JSON. If you turn off responsive API, you can do it again, but this time you can't control the verbosity. So you can still again just choose JSON. It's still fine. So I know this might be a bit confusing right now, and you might not understand exactly what is happening, but you'll see what I mean. Okay. So right now, if I need to go here and I need to press on publish. I'm going to publish this. Okay. And now when I go back here, I can choose deck building tool, and the topic and the content are going to be defined by the AI model. So we've told it has to give topic and content. Okay. So we can test this out right now. If I open the chat and I say, please create a slide deck based on the most current AI tool advancement called, I don't know, let's just go with Claude Code. So when I send this off, the AI agent has figured out what it has to do. It's called the research tool, which the research tool, as you can see, presented a URL with a title and content. It's now figuring out what to do next. And what I want to see is I want to see it called the deck building tool. So clearly the research tool worked. It's now called the deck building tool, but this is gonna fail because if we go look at this, as much as we have built it, it's not going to function right now. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this from repeatedly calling that tool. And as you can see, it's working up until the LLM chain, right? So even here, no prompt specified. So the good thing is that this is working great. So it's working perfectly fine. We now need to just work on this part. So if I press debug in editor, you can see that this is the problem. So for the topic, I want to drag in the topic here. Okay. And for the content, I want to drag in the content here. Now I press on this plus. Okay, I'll execute the no prompt specified. Oh, sorry. My bad. Do this as defined below. Remove this from here. So remove the user prompt. Click on expression and paste it in here. Okay. Now if you press execute workflow, you're gonna see it work. Anyways, while it's doing this, what we should also do is where we have this LinkedIn carousel, we can actually just delete this copy and have the agent automatically make a copy for us. So open this up, copy this ID, all right, copy this ID, go here. You need to search for Google Drive, look for copy file, do by ID, paste the ID in, and we're gonna say carousel 4. Copy in the same folder is okay. So if we look at the output of this, title slide, slide 1 title, slide 1 body, slide 2 title, slide 2 body, all the way down. I'll pin this. I'll connect this here. And what I want is carousel 4 I want to grab the topic name and put it there. So we have carousel for Claude Code AI advancements. All right, I'll execute this part. Okay, and now when I look at my drive, you'll see there's a copy there. If I refresh this page, we have drive ID name carousel for a Claude Code AI advancements. Now, if it was copied in the same folder, it should show up here soon. But even if it doesn't, it's okay because we just need to have the ID, which we already have. So click on this, the presentation ID, remove that and use this one dynamically by the drive ID. Now, here you see where it says title slide. Go to the basic LLM chain and replace that with the title slide that the AI made. Where it says slide one body, replace that with slide one body from the AI. Okay? Add text. We'll search for the next one, which was slide two title. Make sure it's fixed. And replace that with slide two title. So now you just need to do that. Okay, now that that's all done, you can see if we execute the whole flow. Okay, if you get this error, all you need to do is click here and then click sign in with Google to reconnect your account. So I'll choose this as my account, continue, select all, and press continue. Okay, so if I execute this workflow, you can see it says executed successfully. So now, if I look at my drive, what I'm looking for is the presentation that this thing just created. Now, the good thing is that we have the presentation ID, meaning that I can just copy this ID, come here, I can remove all of this stuff, and in between here, paste in that ID, and exactly the presentation that it made is here. Okay? So you can see there's a little bit of a formatting problem. It seems to have written a bit lengthy post here. But you can always tell the agent specifically how many words or characters you want, or if you feel like you want to expand this a little bit, you can move this a bit down. Or get rid of the arrows completely if you want to give the agent more space by moving this across here. However you want to format it is up to you. So I would probably just do something like this. I think it looks better this way. Okay, so what we have to do now is we want to copy this link. All right, come here, click on this plus, type in set. All right, and here we'll say presentation underscore URL and click on expression. And if you paste this in, remove the ID from there and grab the one that's been made and put it in between the two slashes. Okay? That is the entire part of this flow done. Now you press publish and you have this done. Now if we go back here, what we have working is we have a research tool working and we have a deck building tool working. And the last part we wanted was the email. So we'll go here, you go to Gmail and look for send a message. I'll send it to myself. I'll say your research report. And the message, we will get it from AI. So I'll do this from AI. Which was called, well, it's just the AI agent. Oh, I see. Okay. We'll need to use the tool. So we can go here, go to Gmail, not human in the loop. Go to Gmail, pick a Gmail tool. This is gonna be sending an email. We'll send it here. We'll have the subject as this, change this type to text, and turn on that. Add option. Go to append anything or attribution and turn that off. And this is how it will send the email using your email underscore tool. So now here, I'll call this email underscore tool. Okay, so the final part is opening this up in the browser. So what you want to do is go to make chat publicly available, click to copy this URL, publish the workflow, okay? Make sure this workflow is also published. Now I'll go to this URL that it gave me, and here I am. And so here is where I can say like this thing, but we'll change it up a bit. We'll say a slide deck based on the new Claude Cowork tool. Okay, so I'll send that off. And if I check executions, you can see it's running here. So far, this is all working well. I'll open up my Gmail. So this is running, this is running. I should get an email soon. It should have sent the email by now. Okay, let's see what happened. Oh, okay. So it gave us the link here, which is within the chat. That's because I didn't tell it to send it as an email. So now I'm gonna say, can you send it via email to arisargent2@gmail.com. I'll send that off. This is how it's going to utilize the memory function. And now, if I look at this, you can see it called the email tool. So if I go here and I check this email, here Aris, I hope this finds you well. Please find the slide deck on the Claude Cowork tool attached below. Here's the link to the presentation. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions or further information. Now you can see we can give it our name. So this is the right presentation as well. You can chat with it like that. You can see how it created this, and then we used the fact that it has memory to tell it to send an email, send it via email. So it sent it via email to my email. So that's pretty much it. It isn't that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of a learning curve, but you've managed to build out your entire first agent, right? Which uses a real chat, real email workflows, real PowerPoint presentation creation, real Drive tools, use Tableau for research, and all in about 30 minutes. So that's an incredible thing to do. And I hope you guys like this one. I'll see you in the next one.